Welcome! I'm Vanessa Wong and I'm the course coordinator for the Bachelor of Science Advanced Research Honours degree. We're so glad you're here and congratulations! I know you've worked really hard to get to this point, particularly after the challenges of last year, and now is the time to be excited. You deserve it. Science at Monash has undergone a transformation and it's a really exciting time to be here. We have lots of new spaces and our teaching is focused on getting the best out of you. Today is about giving you an introduction to the Bachelor of Science Advanced Research degree. And this will provide you with an overview of some of the main things that you need to be familiar with in order to enrol. You've probably already started to hear some pretty unfamiliar terms. Broadly, these are some of the things that you should understand now as you go through your enrolment process. The main terms that you are likely to keep hearing are units, major, and sequence. The first of these are units, and these are the subjects and building blocks of the course. In science, our units are worth 6 credit points. When we talk about levels, generally they refer to year levels. So for example, year 1, year 2, year 3. When we talk about majors, we're referring to an approved combination of units in the same or closely related discipline over 3 years. When we talk about minors, it's an approved combination of 4 science units in the same or a closely related discipline over 2 years. And an extended major is an approved combination of at least 12 science units in the same or closely related discipline over 3 years. When we talk about sequences, it's a defined collection of units, and the course rules are rules that you need to reach graduation requirements. So you've probably already started your journey through the Get Started Gateway. This is the link that you would have received from us. Some of you may have already completed the first few of those steps, and some of you may have already gone all the way through. The idea of this gateway is to help you enrol correctly into your course. And so therefore, accepting your offer at Monash, it's important to remember that you haven't accepted your offer until you're enrolled in units. At step 2, there is a link to our Science Online course information. We've created this content to give you tools to help you enrol, and these include videos from our teaching schools on their disciplines and their first year units. There are 5 schools in the Faculty of Science, and each have their own video on their disciplines that they offer. These are also shown on the same website, so have a look at the videos from the School of Biological Science, the School of Chemistry, the School of Earth, Atmosphere and Environment, the School of Mathematics, and the School of Physics and Astronomy. When we're talking about your course requirements, you need to refer to the Handbook. This is the source of all information. It sets out the requirements for your course, the terminology, and the units that are offered. Have a look at course requirements, and this will also describe what you need to complete in order to graduate. Make sure you tick all of these off by the end of your course. This course is really exciting because you can fill all of your units with science units. This is a simplified course structure, and you can see the breakdown in the course structure here with the science units. This course consists of core and elective units and has 5 main components. You have foundation studies at level 1 in at least 2 different science disciplines, a core unit in which you develop skills in mathematics, statistics or coding, and at least 2 majors or an extended major plus a minor in different science disciplines. And you also have on offer 4 elective units. These can be science or non-science units. You finish this program with an honours year of study which includes coursework and research in an area of science. The Handbook, together with the Science Online course information, will ensure you understand your course, and this will also help choose your units. As a Bachelor of Science Advanced Research student, you have many majors to choose from. Some of you, I'm sure, know exactly what you want to study and major in. But I'm sure that most of you are still working that out. One of the great things about this course is that we give you some time to explore what you want to major in. Now that you're at uni, it's your chance to decide what you want to do and to expand your opportunities. This science course is perfect for that. I suggest having a look at the many disciplines that we offer and consider some of the areas that you may not have explored yet at school. For example, we offer majors in diverse areas like earth science, environmental science, human pathology, and developmental biology, just to name a few. We have often heard of students who have tried units in fields that they would not normally have considered and have loved it so much that they've made a career out of it. And this is an opportunity that's now available to you. The structure of a major and what units to take, including any additional units to complement and strengthen knowledge, are all listed in the handbook, which is that source of all knowledge, or the source of truth. When you start enrolling in units, you'll also be prompted to nominate the majors that you would like to complete. If you're not sure, do not fear. You can select what you think you want to major in, but you can also change your mind prior to re-enrolling in your second year. If you change your mind though, please make sure that you update your nomination in your re-enrolment process. Some majors require math supporting studies, and these include astrophysics, atmospheric science, computational science, and physics. As I said, each course is made up of units, compulsory ones and ones you choose. As a minimum, you must complete 2 Level 1 approved sequences and a Level 1 Maths, Stats or Coding unit if it's not already completed as part of a Level 1 approved sequence, such as mathematics. In your electives can be science or non-science based. There are Level 1 approved sequences that are listed in the handbook, and you need to choose from that list in the handbook entry. The Level 1 Mathematics or Statistics unit will depend on your mathematics background and interests, and again, this is also detailed in the handbook. You need to undertake a minimum of one from a list of many defined units, and you need to choose to complete this second. You can choose to complete a second unit in mathematics or statistics. It's recommended that you take a third science sequence. You need to complete a minimum of 5 Level 1 science units. If you would like to take Level 2 units, come and have a chat with me and we can see what your options are. In terms of how this course is structured, the course is structured and offered only on a full-time basis. You need to choose 8 units per year or 4 units per semester. The Level 1 units are your foundation units, and these then lead on to Levels 2 and 3. You may be allowed to complete Level 2 units in your first year, but as I mentioned earlier, you need to complete that minimum of 5 Level 1 science units. When selecting units, keep in mind course requirements and the structure of science majors and extended majors. Some disciplines and majors have different entry points depending on what you've studied in your Year 12 subjects or what you've completed in your Year 12 subjects. And finally, the 4th year is your honours year, and this is a combination of both coursework and research. An extended major requires the completion of 12 units in a defined sequence. An extended major in psychology, however, only requires completion of 10 units and not 12. So if you choose to complete an extended major in psychology, you must also complete another major in science. In addition, honours in psychology is competitive, so choosing another major ensures more choice when it comes time to progress to honours and to make your honours selections. As I mentioned earlier, you will need to undertake 2 Level 1 science sequences from biological sciences, chemistry, computational science, earth, atmosphere and environment, geographical science, mathematics and statistics, or psychology. You also need to complete that level 1 maths or stats unit, and that choice of unit will actually depend on your mathematics background and your interests. They include statistical methods for science, which is normally recommended for students planning to undertake study in areas where experimental design and data analysis skills are particularly important, such as the life sciences. Sci 1022, or Introduction to Scientific Coding, is a coding unit for students who are interested in further developing their coding skills, or MTH 1020 or 1030 are recommended for students with an interest in mathematics or physics. MTH 1020 requires students to have studied VCE mathematical methods or the equivalent. MTH 1030 requires students to have studied VCE specialist mathematics with a study score of 30 or higher, or the equivalent of in other states. You should also note that with maths and chemistry units, students who have demonstrated a strong aptitude in chemistry during their high school studies, such as in VCE chemistry with a study score greater than or equal to 37, may enrol in the advanced versions of these units, such as CHM 1051 and CHM 1052. You can enrol via WES if you're eligible. Students with a strong mathematics background and a keen interest can replace MTH 1030 and MTH 2010 with the advanced version of these units, which is MTH 1035 and MTH 2015. However, you'll also need to seek permission to enrol in these units at Science Student Services or lodge an online inquiry via ask.monash. You can also email me to help. Students who have a strong mathematics background and are interested in computer science or programming can enrol in FIT 1053 and FIT 1054. You need to seek permission to enrol in these units. So again, come and see me if you need any help. For the course requirements, you need to complete a minimum of those 5 level 1 science units, and you can replace one first year unit with a second year unit. The course requirements require 2 science majors or an extended major and a minor in different science disciplines. You need to complete 1 level 3 research project unit, which is relevant to your major, or 48 points of honours studies. You need to maintain a high performance to remain in the course and maintain an average of 70% across all of your science units. Otherwise, you will be transferred into the straight Bachelor of Science. And you also need to maintain full-time enrolment, which is 4 units per semester or 8 units per year, but consideration will be given for part-time enrolment. So again, come and see me. In terms of how your first year could be structured, this is an example of the first year structure if you're interested in majors in the biological science, chemistry, or in earth and environmental science. Sci 1300 is an example of one of the science electives that you can take in your first year. In terms of another example, this is an example of what your first year could look like if you're interested in physics, astrophysics, mathematics, statistics, or the computational science majors. Again, you can complete science or non-science units in that elective space, and in this course you're allowed to complete 4 non-science electives. The non-science electives have restrictions. Some have restrictions from other faculties. So for example, in arts, you can enrol via WES if you meet the prerequisites. Some language units may require a test. In engineering, if there is space, you can enrol in engineering units, and you can enrol in those during O week. You can't enrol in chemistry, physics or mathematics engineering focused units. In business and economics, you can enrol if you meet the course prerequisites and co-requisites. Some units require maths prerequisites such as VCE methods or specialist maths for accounting, banking and finance, economics and econometrics, and those related disciplines. In education, there's a list of approved electives, and you can also enrol via WES. For information technology, you can also enrol via WES. In medicine, there's a range of units that you can't enrol in. So again, check the course handbook if you're unsure. These, for a number of biomedical units, these start at level 2, so you may not have access to them. For law, you're unable to enrol in any law units, and in fine arts at Caulfield, you may require special permission if there is space in class. So again, come see myself or one of the course advisors if you need any help with that. Where you can actually find help is either coming and seeing myself in room 143 at 9 Rainforest Walk, or send me an email and we can arrange a time to meet. Or you can come chat to one of the course advisors at Science Student Services at 19 Rainforest Walk, or send an email to ask.monash. And finally, I'd like to draw your attention to the Monash Advanced Science Scholars Society. And this is the student society that's set up specifically for advanced science students. This is a fantastic group and a fantastic resource and a great source of advice and information. So I look forward to meeting you all in the future, and I hope your enrolment goes well.